Hey everybody, Stephen Key here. Thanks for watching. Today I want to talk about, you come up with this great idea and you are reaching out to companies, and for some reason you cannot find the right company. You're reaching out, maybe you went down to the retail store. In fact, that's the first thing I always want you to do when you have an idea and you're trying to find those potential licensees. Go down to the retail store and find out, look for that shelf space of where your product should be. That's the number one thing to do. I know a lot of people like to go on the internet and they like to do all their searching, but I can tell you this, just go down to that retailer where you think your product's going to be and call all those companies that are within 10 feet or on that same shelf space. That's the first thing to do. Second thing to do is, of course, go online, do a Google search for companies in that category. So make your master list, and you're going to call all those companies, right? Because at the end of the day, what's really important when you come up with an idea is to find that match, right? And that's what this lecture, class, whatever you want to call it, this video is all about, is finding the perfect fit. You see, sometimes what we'll do, we'll come up with this great idea, and we absolutely love it. We know we love it. But we start to call companies, and companies are saying, no, it's not right for us, or they're telling you no, and you don't understand why they're telling you no. And I've seen this all the time. You guys, the easiest way to license an idea is make sure whatever product idea you have, you find that company to where your product would just fit perfectly into their product line. Right, I mean perfectly. Not close to it, but pretty darn If a company is selling apples, you've heard me say this before, do not show them an orange, because that's a lot of work for them, and I'll explain why they would never do that. So you have to find those companies that are really in your particular category. It has to be a perfect match. If not, you're going to get these no's, and you're going to be really, really frustrated. So let me give you an example. When I started this company called Hot Picks, and we were selling guitar picks, and we were selling them everywhere, 10,000 stores, we were in Walmart, we were in 7-Elevens, we were everywhere. So we kind of exhausted guitar picks, fun shapes, Mickey Mouse, skulls, vampires, you name it. We wanted to do something else. So I went down to the local music store, and I thought, well, gee, why don't we do drumsticks? Now, there's no way we were going to do a set of drums, but why don't we decorate drumsticks and make it personalize those drumsticks just like we did with the guitar picks? It made perfect sense to me. So we came up with this great product that you slide the sleeve over the drumstick, and with a little heater you could heat it up, and it would just adhere to it, and had great graphics. It was great. It was lifestyle for drumsticks, because drumsticks were, when you went down to the store, the music store, the drumsticks were 5 feet away. So I'm thinking, how easy is this? It's the same, this is going to be easy. If the guitar picks are over here and the drumsticks are over here, this should be easy. But you know what I learned? It wasn't that easy. I'll tell you the reason why. Number one, even though we knew guitar players and we knew what they liked, we didn't have any connections. We didn't know anybody that were drummers. We didn't understand that industry, so we had to learn about that industry. We had to learn about our customers' needs and wants. But also, in those music stores, that was a different buyer, right? That was a different buyer. And when we started advertising in magazines, it was a different magazine even. So it was like starting a whole new business. And that's what you're asking companies to do when you show them an idea that's not quite a perfect fit. If you've got a product that let's say you've got this new disposable product that's fantastic, and in fact I just saw one the other day from one of my students. It was awesome. So this should be easy to license. So he's calling companies because he's got this thing that really makes it easy to cook, because it's disposable, no mess. It's just you use it, you throw it away, your life is fantastic. But he started showing it to companies that really were dealing in not disposables, same type of item, but they weren't disposables. And guess what? He's not getting any responses. He's not getting the traction. The companies aren't engaging with him because it's not really a perfect fit, right? Even though it's the same item, this is disposable, his is disposable, theirs is plastic or metal, it's not a right fit. So I cannot tell you enough. Don't get frustrated with this, you guys, because part of this process of reaching out to companies, it is frustrating. So what you want to do is find a company that's doing pretty much exactly like what you're doing, but you're doing it a little bit different. So the buyers are the same, the manufacturing techniques won't be too far off. He's got relationships. This is easy for them to put it in their product line. Don't make them think, don't make them say no, because it's just easier to do that. Don't do that. Now, if you're having problems trying to find that right company, I already gave you 2 tips. Number 1, go down to the retail store, do a Google image search, maybe go to a trade show, maybe get a directory of all the companies that are at this trade show. In the kitchen industry, there's a big trade show in Chicago. There's 2,100 kitchen companies that are there, and I have the directory. It's easy to get to them now. Or better yet, if you're not sure still, why don't you call up the trade association and see if you can ask someone there that they might know a good fit. Maybe one of their members might be a good fit for you to contact. Or a lot of these trade shows have their own magazine, trade magazines. Reach out to the editor, find them on LinkedIn, or read one of the articles, compliment the guy, and just say, look, you're a product developer, you got this great new product, but you're having a hard time finding a company that could license it from you. Do you have any suggestions? Because guess what? Those editors and those editors for those magazines, those trade magazines, they know everybody, and they also know who's not paying their bills. They're a great resource. So you guys, make sure it's a perfect match. Don't get frustrated, because reaching out to companies is not the easiest thing to do. Have a positive attitude. Trust your gut. You'll get to those companies eventually. And one other thing I want to mention, make a huge list, call them all. There you go. This is Stephen Key. Thanks for watching. Once again, thanks everybody. Bye.